I said, young man, I got me up. I want to let be live where I swear it not easy. My been rapping, my old man, I get it. And my kid was doing, I'm breaking the profit. On my way, people calling me names. All the trouble I see, I ain't do at the beat. When the suffering, the success, I can't pay the code. Only how I get paid. Sooner I lift on my hustle bit. Never pay, and I'm rushing myself. Keep it cool, everything out the CC. Too much rushing, I'm probably chasing. One day. One day. I'll get it cool. One day.
I'm also gonna pay one day. Enemies can go see my face. Me I know I'm not watching me. One day, success gonna come my way. I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Enemies can gonna see my face. Me I know I'm not watching me. One day, success gonna come my way. Yeah. My mama was so ashamed. My papa was so worried. My friend was your money. Any mess that will come on that miss. So I on my way. 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 I'm on my way to this place and I'm looking for money. Looking for money, oh. Looking for money. I want my mama happy. Want my papa happy. Want me and my brothers and sisters to come around me. Yeah. Top to the group. Why you know you hustle? Why saying the group by the Genesis? Shall come at the fire, shall come at the power. I feel that be working on Wednesday. In my love for the mind, in my love for the mind. All in the dark, all in the dark, all in the week, all in the all in the sun. My mama was so ashamed. My papa was so worried. My friend was your money. Any mess that will come on that miss. So I on my way. 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 I on my way.
Amando, you are a famous star now. So what do you have to say to the audience out there?
Caribbean cuisine. So we have a beautiful outdoor that we have a selection of different type of food that you can enjoy. We have jerk chicken, jerk ribs, especially the weekend. We got some different specials gonna go on, and we are based Haitian cooking, but also you can find a little bit of everything that we carry here. And we are at 405 Harris Avenue, Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you, come on by and try us out. Looking forward to see you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lieutenant Commander Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. What a terrible day it was in Florida yesterday. Fortunately, I was able to watch a lot of that weather condition of Hurricane Ian. When it made landfall and all the wind and debris flying all around, the surge of water coming on land, we can only wait until the sun or the day breaks for us to really assess the damage that occurred yesterday. Now, Hurricane Ian has been downgraded to a tropical storm, but nonetheless, it still may cause some damage as it goes up the east coast of the United States of America. I just pray that there were no deaths, because people who decided to stay home and not evacuate, some of those places were underwater. Where could the people go? You know, it's so hard to paint a negative picture of what may have happened to some of those people, but even the officials, all they would say, we just hope those people are safe and can find places to keep safe and better, warm, out of the water. But I know many of them now need emergency help too. So sooner or later, our emergency people will be out there trying to help them save those that need help. But we pray for the people in Florida this morning, and we ask God's blessings on them. The temperature in Providence, Rhode Island this morning is in the low 50s, but we expect it to go up to the mid and upper 60s for the day. So wherever you are, it's going to be a little chilly. My African people, please don't turn the heat up to 80 degrees. It's not that time yet, okay? Just keep it down a little, you know, don't make it hot, okay? Let's take heed and go ourselves accordingly. Let me take a break. My lessons for the day, they come around. Liberians are crying for those 3 criminals sanctioned by the United States of America to be brought to justice. My first topic is Liberian peoples must choose between Liberia's future versus Liberia's demise. Arrest and prosecute our disgraced sanctioned criminals. 2, Liberia's current human capital wealth and human capital index foretell a gloomy future for Liberians. So we'll look into that and see what it all means. In the meantime, let me take a break and prepare for my topics this morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Lieutenant Commander Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. This morning, I'm at the Black Business Association. And before me is the founder and CEO, Miss Lisa Wrangling. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Chesson. Thank you so much for being here with us. We are so excited when you come through these doors. It's always so refreshing to see you and to welcome you to the Rhode Island Black Business Association. And of course, I am your awesome friend, Miss Lisa Wrangling, founder and CEO of this great organization we go by and call REBA.
Lisa, tell us about REBA.
Yeah, REBA is an organization. Can you imagine? We're going on 12 years old. Rhode Island Black Business Association was founded to create opportunities and build community through business development. And we support small businesses. We help them with access to capital, access to technical assistance for them to grow and thrive and create jobs. And we know when businesses are creating jobs, they actually hire real people. We are moving people from poverty to sustainability. It's a win-win for all of us. In addition, we offer a 7-month leadership development training program that is geared towards high-performing professionals. Again, in Rhode Island, we know that we're hearing people are saying we can't find people of color, black and brown leaders. Well, in partnership with University of Rhode Island and the Department of Labor and Training, we are offering a 7-month leadership development training program that is going to impact companies out there. So any company that wants to diversify their workforce, they need to connect with the Rhode Island Black Business Association. We can help them with their talent development, their pipeline program. Right now, we have over 50 professionals that will be starting in the next cohort in the fall, in October. And again, this is a program that is funded by DLT and in partnership with University of Rhode Island. We are changing the face of leadership in Rhode Island. In addition, we have several other programs. The microloan program, which grants loan anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And we have a forgivable loan program up to $5,000. You can find us on web, www.ri-bba.org, or you can call the office at 401-383-1179. We look forward to servicing you. Join us.
What message do you have for the people?
Well, we have our upcoming gala coming up October 28th. Friday, October 28th, it will be at the Omni. Tickets will go on sale. Early bird tickets will go on sale very shortly. Connect us, and we look forward to servicing you and having a good time this fall.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We look forward to talking with you again soon.
Alrighty. Take care. Stay blessed.
Bye-bye. My people, it's good to be back with you this morning. Liberian people got to choose between our future, let it come around, our future, and our demise. Because without a scintilla of evidence, we know that from time immemorial, our leaderships have let us down. We don't need no evidence to prove it today. Look at our condition today. Our condition today, the situation of our people, our standard of living, are indications of what our leaderships have failed to do for our people. And we can't continue on this trend, my people. We can't continue on this trend. Our future is in jeopardy. What is our future? Our children. Our children, their lives, their education, their prosperous possibilities are all in jeopardy. Why? because we continue to allow criminals to perpetrate their evils against us. And when they do it against us, it may hurt us as adults, but it destroys the future of our children, their futures. Because without money, we can't do nothing. Without the wealth and resources of our country will die. And we continue to allow people to steal from us, to rob our children's future, to rob our country's ability to sustain itself by the stealing, corruption, evil schemes and plots that do not benefit any Liberian people, but only themselves. And time again, we have caught these people, and because of our lackadaisical attitudes toward corruption and stealing and evils in our country, these people go away scotch-free with impunity. And the people that they hurt, our masses, our people, are left to suffer from the ills against us by not having schools for our children, by not having the means to raise our country's standard of living and our people's standard of living. How long will go on like this? How long will we go on like this? We can't go on like this forever. And for us to really stop this kind of evil perpetrated against our people and against all of us, people got to be punished. We got to set standards of punitive measures against these people. So all Liberians see it and learn from it and know that if you steal from us, you will be punished. This era of impunity, criminal impunity, must cease and exist. No more must we catch people out for, not even us no more. It is so bad that we don't even catch criminals no more. Look at the LCC court and our Minister of Agriculture and all these other criminals, and nothing has happened to them. The president acts like he doesn't even know about the report. That it is so bad now that the foreigners got to intervene in our country to say, no, enough is enough. If we don't stop it, if we don't help yourselves, your future will be destroyed. Because our human capital, our human capacity is low. It's low. Because you can have all the wealth in the world, you can have all the means of production in the world. If you don't have the people who know how to handle these things, who are trained and educated enough to guide the nation into the right direction, our country will fail. And that's what the World Bank and all these people are telling us now. You got to choose. You got to choose. Do you want to live or do you want your country to die? Because if you want to live, you got to help us help yourselves. Because you can't do it alone, man. We have been trying it from time immemorial. We killed Tauber, all the people say for corruption. We went into civil war and all with other civil war. And the stealing still going on. The massive corruption, the massive inhumanity towards our people still going on. When will this end? When will this cease and exist? When will we realize that we are the masters and captains of our own destinies? We as a people, if we can identify our destiny, the means of direction in which we want to go, which we want our nation to prosper and flourish, then our nation can't go nowhere. But how can we do that when the masses of our people are uneducated? When the masses of our people think they know and they don't know? when the leadership of our country is totally ignorant. We got people in our leadership can't read and write. How can they form a vision for our country? They can't form a vision for our country. And that's why foreigners are telling us, we know your problems. Even though we call the people honorable, yes sir, they're not honorables. Your country is going down. The white people will not come and tell us our country is bad and directly into our faces. No, they will point out the things that make us must open our eyes to make decisions. Right now they're saying, hey, your education system is terrible. Health system, terrible. Infrastructure, terrible. Your country can't sustain developmental progress and advancement because you do not meet the standards of human understanding and efficiency to do these things. That means no matter what we do, man, we ain't gonna grow because all we're breeding are rogues and criminals. And the people that we need to have patriotism and love for our country and understand what it means to be a Liberian, to love our country, to love our people, and want to see our country prosper and grow, they're not prepared yet. They're not prepared. And they cannot be prepared because when you got criminals leading us, they don't want to move. They don't want to move. And they will do everything in their power to keep us stagnated. The status quo of our country will remain as it is. They call it prevalence stunning of the nation. People you stun the minds, the growth of the people. It's not right. It's not fair. So we must join the people in Liberia right now, calling for our 3 criminal sanctioned officials to be arrested and prosecuted. Right now, these 3 criminals in our midst that are being identified by the United States of America of stealing, that have resigned, that are plotting against the opposition and all these things, these people got to be tried. It's been almost, we're going to the 2nd month now or more because we have promised us an investigation. There is no investigation. These people going around being protected by the National Security Police and all these people. So they're still enjoying the privileges of the Liberian people. And they're not supposed to be enjoying it. They're supposed to be arrested and be prosecuted for their crimes. I joined the people in Liberia calling for these 3 criminals, these 3 sanctioned criminals to be arrested. I'm also calling for Prince Johnson and Benani Ure to be arrested along with him. Because all these sanctioned people are enemies of the Liberian people and they must be arrested. They must be prosecuted for our country to live. We must start now, man. Our country is in danger. Our future is in danger. These criminals cannot persist with their ill thinking and ill actions against the Liberian people. We caught them. The American people identified them and they resigned. We got to prosecute them. We got to prosecute them. And if George Weah doesn't want to do it, my Liberian children, we got to rise up. We got to rise up. We got to rise up. We cannot continue with this culture of criminal impunity in our nation. All these sanctioned people must be arrested. Their properties must be confiscated and they must be tried and put in jail. The time of the Liberian people is now. If our foreign friends can sanction these people and we don't do nothing to them, we sit down and let our government, let these people get away with their criminal activities in our country, we're just as bad as them. We're just as bad as them that we cannot cry wolf, 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 because the American embassy and the ambassador warn us that they have given us the fuel. We must light the fire and run with it. Prosecute these people and put them in jail. Benani Ure put him there. Prince Johnson put him there. The 5, what are the criminal name? Vanny Sherman put him there. Those 3 people. Prince Johnson, Vanny Sherman, Benani Ure, And these other 3 criminals got to be prosecuted by the Liberian people. They got to go to jail. The system and era of criminal impunity in our country must stop. We will start punishing our rogues. And I call all my Liberian people, all my people that love our country and know wrong is wrong and right is right. Know the difference between the two. Stand up for our country. We are the patriots of our country. If we don't stand up for our country, nobody will stand up for our country like us. America can present all the evidence to us. They will still call these people honorables if we maintain them in power. The people have told us they don't want to work with these people. They don't want to work with criminals. And we still keep it in our government. My people, we can't do that. If our president has no sense of dignity and pride, we, the Liberian people, must make him understand that our nation deserves leaders with integrity. If he has no integrity, if he a low-down criminal like these other criminals, he must pack his bag and get out of our executive mansion. The time of the Liberian people is now. If we don't do it, our country will be ruled by rogues and criminals forever. And we cannot afford that because our children's future are at stake. Aluta. Continue. I'm done with this class. So we'll be back to carry on this topic. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lieutenant Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson. I'm on Broad Street this morning at the Island Restaurant. It's a Jamaican-owned restaurant that has been here in Providence for a little while, I think. But before me, I have the proprietor. Good morning, sir. Could you tell us your name and how long this restaurant has been here?
I'm Ricky. We've been here over 5-6 years. Me and my wife. We started out a Jamaican restaurant, Caribbean. We're in front of 3 high schools, and we did burgers and fries, and that's one of the most popular items here, like burgers and fries. So all the kids from the high school, they come here after school for lunch and then after school. So this place is packed during the day with kids.
So you get a lot of support for the community.
Yeah.
Well, I want to wish you the best, and we'll spread your news about this restaurant further, so probably your clientele will increase.
Thank you for that.
Nice meeting you, Ricky.
Thank you.
And have a good day.
You too.
So we know that besides the rice problem in Liberia right now, which is a problem, but our government has not given us any word or report on it. We are still trying to verify it. We know the situation is getting out of hand, and we don't know how long this will prevail or be alleviated, resolved. We don't know, but it's not getting any better. Along with the world food crisis that's going on right now, this war in Europe is devastating the world. with food problems. Then we got droughts. The drought situation throughout the world is terrible. We know a lot of food come from Ukraine, the greens and all these things, all over the world. With the war going on, we can't get enough food. We can't get enough. So that in itself is posing a world problem. Now we got our only problem at home with our government and our rice dealers and importers. That's taking us to another level. To another level of instability in our country. How long will this thing last? How long will it last? They're trying to ignore it. But it's serious. People are getting up 3, 4 in the morning to go buy rice. There's only one rice distributor in the country. Fayoni Brothers or whatever they call them. There are 3. The other 2 have no supplies. So there's only one store that got supplies in the country now. And that's where everybody going to. Getting up 3, 4 in the morning. How long would that last? And the people, they're ready frightening the people, man. Before they can sell you rice, you got to buy something else in the store. Before anybody go buy rice, you got to have money to buy something else. So it's just unfair to the people, man. Whether you need it or not, you got to buy it. That unjust enrichment for the store dealers and all these foreigners making money in our country, forcing our people to buy things they don't need, to enrich them at our expense. And our government not doing nothing about it. Our leaders not doing nothing about it. And we not doing nothing about it. We're just talking, yo. Every day we're talking, we see all the problems coming, we're talking. So what does it mean for my second topic? Liberia's current human capital wealth and human capital index foretell a gloomy future for Liberians. What are those things? The human capital wealth and the human capital index are 2 measures that the World Bank use to determine whether a country is growing or failing. Because all these organizations are there to help us. That's why they monitor our world economic situation. And so when they monitor it, they give us advice, say, look, you people can do so and so, because these people are lending us money. And they can't continue lending us money for the same programs that continue to fail time and time. So they evaluate everything in our country. And they separate it on 2 bases. One is the human capital wealth. What is the current situation in the country? That's why that one deals with. The human capital wealth deals with the productivity in the country, the standard of productivity in the country right now. How is the country developing and advancing based on its human resources? Then they look at the human capital index that deal with the human itself and our ability to train and develop people for future productivity. So I'm just breaking it down in a simple term, but they put it in more complex terms. But the human capital wealth, look at our country now as how it is producing and the level of production in the country right now, with the manpower, with the human power we have, and their contribution to our advancement now. The human capital index look at our society from a future perspective. Say, okay, we are now. What are we doing to raise people now? The capacity and capability of people to continue the level of production and advancement of our country for the future. So one look at the situation now, and one looks at the situation now for the future. So those are the two indexes the World Bank is using to look at Liberia right now. And what are they based on? They're based on the current economic situation of our country when you come to looking at the human capital wealth, the current condition of our country, financial standard of our country, the social standing in our country, the standard of living, all of that is looking at it right now. That's the human context is looking at. Then how does it deal with our future aspect? It looks at the tests from the different schools. It looks at the different issues in our society. Poverty, the level of poverty in our society, the level of economic viability of people in the society. That way I look at the people in the society. Are they getting paid good? Is the health good? Are all these things good? If they're not good, then the future of our country is in jeopardy. Okay, so that's what they're looking at when they look at the human capital index of the country. So both of those things are human capitals. So when the World Bank say we look at the human capital of the country, they're looking at those two things. What do we have now that we're producing good to keep our society sustainable and viable? Then we look at the other part, the index. What do we have now that our people are being trained and educated with to prepare them for moving our country from this level to the next level in the future? I'm just breaking down to the lowest level. So those are the two things facing our country right now. And as the World Bank is looking at it, the current state of our country is just as bad, man. Look at our development challenges. They look at the development challenges right now in our country. What do we have right now in our country as our human capital wealth that we're producing, that we using to determine our human ability to do things in our country? We look at the development challenges. One, we have a low overall productivity and economic efficiency. That means our people's ability to produce things and to make money is very low. We have no production in the country. Our people's ability to rise up is not being challenged because of the low education. When the education is low, our people's minds cannot be challenged. When our people's minds cannot be challenged, we have no ability to be innovative with production of resources and materials in our country to make money. We have no ability to make money. So our economic efficiency is low. So when those things are low, plus our infrastructure gap, we have gaps in our infrastructure, huge gaps. We have bad roads or no roads. We have electricity problem. We have water problem. We have telecommunication problem. You can't get on the phone and call. No landline in Liberia. Everybody using cell phone. No, a country can't exist like that. You got to have landline in the phone in the country. Yes, cell phones is good, but cell phone is not a means of national communication. What the national government controls really is the landline, running landline through all our things, all our institutions. So you know when somebody say, I'm calling you from this house, you know that's a house number. You know that's an office number. We don't have landlines, okay? We don't have good communication system in our country, period. Then the last thing, the inadequate level of human capital. People getting paid, the poverty standard in our country. Then on the human index part, are our children being educated enough to change the direction of our country? Now, what the World Bank says that all the youth in our country are just getting 2.2 years of good education up to 18 years old. 2.2 years of education. They said that all the people, our people getting in the country, They say the educational standard is so bad and so terrible that children born in Liberia get only 2.2 years of education up to 18 years old. What is 2.2 years of education? There's no education. So you're born in Liberia. What will stop you from getting quality education up to 18 years old? So that means the system of education is so terrible in our country. It's going down. They said in 2000, when Liberia was picking up from the war and all the things, we started developing from the war. In 2000. But during that time, 41% of the future productivity, the children, the index and all of that, 41% of the productivity in our country, we lost it because of poor education, poor educational system. We lost that. And now, this was 2002, we lost 41% of productivity. Then from 2002 until now, until 2022, right now, we lost 50% of our productivity level. Why? Because no schools. We still have no schools. The education is still terrible. So from 2000 to 2022, nothing has improved in our country. It got worse. How can we come from 41% of loss of productivity, and instead of getting better, we lost 9 points, because 41 plus 9 equals 50. That means we added 50 more points of poor education onto our levels of education. So instead of improving our country went down in education. When they say when Edith Joseph Sally were there and all the people, we have 41% poor education. Now, since then to 2022, 50%, we lost 50% of our future capacity to make money and change our country. So my people, we're in a state of terrible danger. Terrible danger. You know, but they use these big words because they can't go into detail with everything, so they use these big phrases, human capital index and human capital wealth, all these kind of things, to make to put a whole context of things into a small group of words. So when they tell you, oh, this is your human capital wealth, you know very well all the components that address human capital wealth. The current condition of the country, the value of the country as it is now. What is the value of the country? The value of the country is the level of education and productivity of the people. If the people are not producing, the country can't advance. So they look at the wealth of the country. Where the wealth comes from? The wealth comes from the production of goods and services. So you're not producing goods and services. That means the value of the country right there is poor. Then when you look at the human index, so if the value of the country is poor right now, what are these people doing now with the children, especially to raise the possibility of lowering the productivity loss of the country? What are they doing now? Are they educating them? Are they training them to take over factories? Are they doing vocational training? What kind of training are these people getting to take over from these, to advance the society? So when you look at the society right now, is feces. Then the people in the society that we're supposed to be training to take over, to lead our society to another level, feces too. Where the country going? We're not going nowhere. We might as well be dead. We are stagnant. How can we change this? It depends on us. It depends on us. And we got to start where all countries start from setting standards, rules, regulations that govern our society, that protects our money. Because if we got money, we can take care of our people. If we ain't got money, we can't take care of our people. So we have to have institutions that protect our country and our money from these criminals. Because if we don't protect our money and guide it, we'll not have the means to train our children to have a better level of productivity for the future. We just remain impoverished and stagnant. I told you all. So for us to move forward, we have to punish people who steal. We got to protect our money, just like we protect our children, because our money will enable us to do the things that we need to provide our children the education, the facilities they need to move our nation to the next level. So it's still up to us, my people. It's up to us. Because if we can't move our country forward, we can't do nothing. We die. We can talk all day about corruption. But if we don't punish the criminals right now, if we don't look at our history, we don't punish these people. We just fire them and let them go. No. These people got to go to jail. These people got to go to court. They got to be prosecuted. We got to get every penny back that they owe us. These people cannot steal from our country and just go and take the money with them. No. That's why our country can't change. That's why our country is stagnant. That's why our human capital wealth is depleted. Right now, we don't have money to pay our people, our social protection. No social protection in our society. One people getting higher money than the masses of the people. The masses of the people getting chicken change while our leaders getting all the money. There's no protection for our society. That means we don't have equal pay. We don't have, our people don't have the subsistence to survive. If you're not making money to survive in the country, how can you do the things we need to do to protect ourselves, our children, and send them to school and do all the necessities for us to thrive as a country? We can't thrive. Only one group of people thrive. And that has to and must stop, because the time of the Liberian people is now. My class on this topic is done. All I've said to you, my people, is we got to take care of ourselves. We can love John, we can love Peter, we can love Paul, but if Peter and Paul and John are doing things to advance themselves and their family above us, and we see what they're doing, and they say they're doing it for us, no, it can't be that. It's not that. We can't continue to be gullible or stupid and let people just pull us around by the noses. No. I love my cousin Benanayure, but I'd rather fuck him for what he did to my country and my people. Because he did it to me too. He feel he can steal my money and get away with it. No, he can't. He can't. And that's why I told him. I said, you can't get away. If the Liberian people want you to get away with it, you got to give me my share. You got to give me my share back. I want my share from all of y'all. If the Liberian people feel your steal from them and you can let your go, I say, yeah, let her go. But I'm not letting her go. You're going to give me my damn share. For all the years I suffered in my country, you killed my pa, you try to prosecute me for them too? No, I want justice. I demand justice. If you want other criminals, go to your business. I want justice. No damn for peace sake in my book. I ain't got no damn for peace sake in my book. I want justice. That the only way for peace sake will come through justice and law and order. And my class is done. Aluta. Continua. Have a good day.
O'Connor from 51st RI, located 1655 Elmwood Ave, Princeton, Rhode Island. We take care of all your personal training needs. We have 7 trainers here, including 2 boxing trainers. So whatever your goals, we can help you out. Come through, hit us up, 401-588-9517. We are Fit First RI on Instagram and all social media platforms.
you, could you tell us your full name and when you got into business here?
Yes, my name is Raphael Leslie. We started a business, actually started in Boston first, and we expand here for about maybe 5 to 6 months now, and we finally gravitate into the community. You know, we having a few different variety of customer coming in, you know, trying our food, which we get good feedback. So we've been doing all right. You know, we like the community, and we hope, you know, the community will support us.
Good. It's good to hear you get support.
Yes,
so, you know, you're going to be on my show. What message do you have for people who will watch you?
Well, I would say Raphael's restaurant is actually one of the best around Massachusetts. And if you wish to get good tasting food, preferably like oxtail, curry goat, and jerk chicken, it's here at 568 Broad Street, Rhode Island, Providence. You know, come on down and enjoy some of the great Caribbean food.
Thank you very much, Raphael.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Okay.